What's going on, family? It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lecky Murray. I'm back with another update for Radio. And Ahmaud Arbery, the black man who was killed in February in Georgia. Apparently, he was stealing, or they was breaking up a robbery. The three killers have been indicted on murder charges. It's just been reported, and I want to play the news reporting and kind of talk about it. But before I do, you already know what it is. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel and also hit the notification bell. The notification bell will allow you to be notified from every time I drop a video. You don't want to miss me dropping a video, and as of lately, I've been dropping a video every single day. But Ahmaud Arbery, I believe that justice will be served. I believe these three men should be charged on hate crimes, but because Georgia doesn't have hate crime laws, well, don't quote me on this because I know y'all gonna come for me. I'm not sure if Georgia have hate crime laws. These killers will be indicted on murder. So let's go to the news report to talk a little bit about what's going on with the case.
It being 3:30, we can now announce that we have breaking news to report in the case of the killing of 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery. A grand jury has indicted all three suspects on murder charges. Cobb County, Georgia District Attorney Joyette Holmes is expected to make the formal announcement of these charges at a news conference. You'll recall this case. Arbery was jogging through a neighborhood in the coastal town of Brunswick, Georgia, when he was shot and killed. The attack was recorded on video. Two of the suspects were following him in a pickup truck. Third recorded the incident. The graphic video of his death, among others, helped fuel the global protests against police brutality and racial injustice. We're happy to have NBC News correspondent Blaine Alexander, who has covered this case extensively for us, with us from Atlanta. And Blaine, forgive me for making this observation. This means that the last two times you and I have interacted over stories in the news at this hour of the day has to do with legal charges being pressed in the killing of a black man. I think it says a lot about where we are and who we are right now.
And I think that that's something that cannot be avoided when you look at this story, when you look at this entire moment of history that we're in right now, Brian. So let's start with this announcement, this press conference that's expected to begin any second now from District Attorney Joyette Holmes. She's speaking down in Brunswick, Georgia. That's the South Georgia community where all of this happened. And again, expecting to hear that a grand jury has indicted those three men charged with murder in Ahmaud Arbery's case. Now, I actually just spoke with Ahmaud Arbery's mother and her attorney, Lee Merritt, and they talked about not just this moment, but keep in mind, this comes, Brian, less than 24 hours after the state of Georgia passed a hate crime bill. So this is something that gained bipartisan support in the state legislature, essentially imposing harsher punishments for crimes motivated by racial hate or sexual discrimination, gender, anything like that. So that bill made it through the state legislature after failing several times before, and it was in large part because of Arbery's death. In fact,
so I want to kind of cut the newscast, but I was correct. At that particular moment, the state of Georgia did not have a particular hate crime, to say the least. So what this means, for one, I believe that the justice system should and will seek justice, man. It is an injustice for a black man to be walking around getting, that was basically a lynching, if that's a modern day lynching, to say the least. And it was reported that the man who shot and killed him, I think the daddy, was over after he shot Arbery, he said the N-word as he was shooting him, or something like that. So I think that these men are getting what they deserve. I think that it's about time for justice for the black man, and I believe that the death of Ahmaud Arbery has allowed the protests to spark. Because remember, after that story broke, and then when George Floyd died, I think around the same time that his story broke, it launched protests all over the world. So, man, I am so excited, man. I'm so excited for the state of Georgia. I'm so excited for the Arbery's family. Even though that they cannot get Ahmaud back because of this hate crime, I believe that a lot of great changes will come, but we cannot stop here. I think a lot of people like, well, they're going to jail. No, we have to fight in our local judicial system to change laws, especially hate crimes. That's a hate crime. They fallen because it's his color for skin. I'm glad that Georgia changed that law, but I want that law to be changed all over the country. It should be a federal crime to kill somebody for they not only for their race, their sexual anything that discriminates somebody because of somebody's color, sexual orientation, or anything like that, and you kill that person for that, should be considered a hate crime. But I want to know what you think about in the comment section below. Let me know exactly what you think about this Arbery case, as far as these 3 men getting indicted on murder. Do you think they will get found guilty when they go to trial? Let me know in the comment section below, and also go to chhnow.com, the latest and greatest in Christian hip hop now. I make Christian hip hop news and media. But again, it's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, and please don't forget all 3. Lucky Murray back with another news report for Radio. And guys, this is awesome. I'm excited about this. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. But until next time, people.